freaking legal and ethics people saying, we need to win this motherfucker.
Well, I call this conflict engagement. Conflict engagement in the lines at Trump rallies, starting anarchy.
Protest when they shut all that was us. None of this is supposed to come back to us.
So, Dee and I did the Chicago Trump event where we shut down the light bulbs. Yeah, DNC. Every day at 1 o'clock. And then we also did the Arizona one where we shut the highway down.
Thousands of anti-Trump protesters forced Donald Trump to cancel his rally.
Protests erupted. Violent clashes at Donald Trump's rally in California.
This was one of the most violent scenes I have ever witnessed. Trump supporters harassed, beaten, and bloodied by mobs of
biggest and most violent political protest.
Saul Alinsky trained, organized left-wing thugs.
Female Trump supporter tried to stand her ground. Her glasses ripped off, then shoved in her face. A woman wearing a Trump jersey cornered and then egged in the face. This Trump supporter walking with his wife, spat on, bottles thrown at them, then punches.
Campaign has paid people to disrupt violently our rallies and to incite absolute total bedlam. It's so bad, so bad. And you know, I've had occasions where we had rallies and it was so incredibly violent. I said, what's going on over here? These were paid people by the Clinton campaign, and it just came out.
Now you have people on tape saying they're getting their money from Hillary Clinton's campaign and the DNC that are fomenting violence.
First, yes, look, you know me, we've been friends a long time. I'm not going to defend anybody's illegal activity. I thought it was correct. If this tape is legit, which, you know, there's no reason to think that it's not. But if it's legit, then they fired these people and they should have fired.
No,
and their goal was to be
You're missing the
attacked.
point.
They
also said on the tape that we are responsible. We did that in Chicago.
Okay, but
by
Sean,
the way, some people were injured. You notice in Chicago, they actually fomented all the violence, started the violence outside the event, where Trump, based on recommendations from law enforcement, had to cancel that event. And the money is traced right back to Hillary Clinton and the DNC.
And look at the ironic thing here. Who brought this up at the debate last night? Hillary Clinton turns to all of us in America and says, isn't it terrible about the violence that Donald Trump encourages at his events? And really, this is what's going on between this cozy relationship between many in the mainstream media and the Clinton campaign. You have the Clinton campaign that's literally infiltrating these events to try to cause problems at these events, and then the media covers it and reports that Donald Trump's rhetoric is so hateful that it's inciting violence. And when you really get into this is what I love about this year, is the American people are seeing that the things that they fear are actually true. And this is how corrupt the system really is.
Rodriguez. Here she is bragging about shutting down the Trump rally in Chicago, where people, including police officers, were hurt.
So, Dee and I did the Chicago Trump event where we shut down.
One thing that stands out is she claims to speak to Hillary's campaign and the DNC every day at 1 o'clock.
What is that called? The campaign and the DNC. Every day at 1 o'clock.
Now let's go to WikiLeaks and take a look at an email found in the batch of leaked DNC emails. This one from May 2016. Here we find an email sent by Robert Creamer, who is featured in both videos, to another DNC worker, reminding her about the 1 o'clock Trump rapid response phone call that must be made, discussing an upcoming Trump and Pence rally. This matches the activities he described in the hidden camera footage.
And my role of the campaign is to manage all that.
But it doesn't stop there. Digging into the Elections Commission payroll records online, which is not leaked information but material that is openly available, we find payments made to Zulema Rodriguez directly by Hillary's campaign right around the time of the Chicago riots. This shatters the big media lie that these people are not directly involved or control Zulema at the Chicago rally that was shut down due to violence, clearly working very hard for $1,500. And then more footage in Arizona where protesters shut down the highway, as she also boasted about in the video. Here it appears she's faking a medical emergency for the cameras. Now another very interesting email. This conversation between various DNC workers on May 10th discusses phrases and language they intend to put on signs to maximize outrage among Trump supporters, like GOP plus Trump, dangerous, divisive, and deceitful. And once again, Mr. Creamer makes an appearance, and they discuss the fact that they have been speaking to him about planning an incident at an upcoming Trump event. Now let's go to a clip posted by CNN just a day after this conversation. Pay attention to the signs in the background.
Really railing on the issue of immigration reform.
If that wasn't enough, see if you can spot someone who looks familiar here. Does anybody recognize him? Let me jog your memory.
I'm basically Deputy Rapid Response Director for the DNC for all things Trump on the ground.